All right, so here are some numbers for you. 6 friends, 3 couples, 2 people faking it, and a lot of lying. Do I have your attention? Well, that's one way to describe Emily Henry's newest novel. You might know her best for her previous big books, People We Meet on Vacation or Book Lovers. This new one will have you feeling like you're seaside at a cottage in Maine. It's about an engaged couple who broke up months ago, but they haven't told their friend group yet and are heading into an annual group vacation with a whole lot of drama. Emily Henry is joining us this morning from New York. Good morning.
Good morning, Lindsey.
I love this premise. So congrats on the new novel. It is called Happy Place. That's where we meet Wynn and Harriet, who seem like they were the perfect couple, but they've somehow broken up. They haven't told their friend group yet. Set this one up for us.
Yeah, so I mean, you already did such a great job, but it really is the story of these 6 friends who have been each other's happy place for the last 10 years. It's like the group of people you go to whenever things are really good or really bad, because they just kind of ground you and bring you back to yourself. And then, of course, they have the geographical happy place of this coastal cottage in Maine. And Harriet is kind of in flux. I mean, all of the friends are in flux. They're all kind of keeping secrets because they've been so close for so long, but they're at that point in life where you're starting to make huge decisions about work and family and marriage and all of that. And so, you know, they're all feeling a little bit delicate, a little bit tender, seeing how their relationships might be changing when the truth of, you know, where they're going next comes to light.
Yeah, and you know what? This reminded me of my wedding, Emily, because we invited everybody to the wedding, and 2 of our closest friends, we didn't know that they had broken up, and they had just moved in together like months prior. I know. So this one made me think of that, and they didn't tell us because they didn't want to ruin the day. They didn't want to like pull the focus, and we found out much later. It reminded me of that.
Wow, I have chills right now. But I do like to say, I think all of those fun tropes that we love so much in our media really do come from somewhere. And, you know, there have been these comedy of remarriages, these ridiculous scenarios where we put a couple who are no longer together into a really absurd situation. Those have been around since the 40s. So I think it happens.
It does happen. It happens in real life, that's for sure. And when you talk about being in flux, Harriet's on the path to becoming a brain surgeon. Did you have to do much research into the medical scene to get her character just right?
I did, but you know what? I ended up not having to use much of it. I feel like so much of the research process is really just for me as a writer. And when I'm actually writing the story, the audience doesn't necessarily need to know all of those details. But something that's really helpful about the internet these days is there are message boards for everything. So whenever I needed to know, like, what is Harriet stressed out about at work? What is frustrating her? You can just go find all of these surgical residents who are sharing their frustrations with work and agreeing with each other and saying, oh, I actually love that part of the job and I hate this. So that was really fun to imagine which person she would be and kind of map her onto real people.
Yeah, what a great resource. Now, we know that you've had some huge books. You've sold millions of copies. You're very skilled at your craft. So this, I was surprised to learn about this, to read that this book gave you a bit of a challenge with the first draft. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. This was the hardest book I've ever written. It was the first time that I had written about this larger cast, and I really wanted to feel like every single character was totally necessary to the plot, and you fully bought into the complexity of their relationships and their dynamics. Because when you have a friendship group, it's like you're one thing when you're all together, but then there are different people you're closest to within the group, and there's all this complicated history, and it was a real challenge. But again, it was so much of researching and writing content that would not make it into the book, just so I could know the characters better.
Book Lovers, Beach Read, People We Meet on Vacation, they're all your books. They're all being adapted for screen. So what about this one? Any hints?
Oh my gosh. Well, nothing yet. We're very excited to hopefully get the ball rolling and see where it goes. I think it's primed and ready for a film. Like, I mean, as just a viewer, I would love to see this movie. So hopefully we'll get there.
Well, congrats on all this success. I want to remind our viewers, the book is called Happy Place. Emily, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lindsey.
All right, you take care.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.